Hello and welcome back to this latest episode of My Farm and Life. I guess, as you can see, we're up early, and the reason for that is we've got our first job washing vehicles. Uh, as I mentioned it last night, I'm just going to go over to the gate because I mean, someone was in and out of here non-stop last night. As you can see, it's been left open as well. The creaking of the gate was just constant. I have no idea what someone was doing, but it was really, really annoying. I don't know if it was perhaps fishermen or if it was the people who are around us. We'll get the lights on her. But yeah, it kept us awake the majority of the night, and I wouldn't care. It was quite comfortable inside the tent as well. We're really struggling up here. I think this is the first time I've had the trailer on coming up here in the Kramer. So yeah, I mean that shows you what the power is. We'll close this gate. Try to keep the noise down. Top tip for everyone else. 6 o'clock in the morning. Right. And make sure there's no traffic coming because, I mean, it's a national speed limit road, so our 12 mile an hour Kramer puts us at a bit of a risk, doesn't it? Um, but yeah, I mean, sleeping in the tent, it was a lot better than being stuck in that shed like we have been the last couple of weeks. Um, just before I come on to this morning's job, if you look up, I had a great treat this morning. Logged on to my online banking on my phone, and as you can see, we've got 2,000, well, over £2,200. The reason for that is we had some backdated wages from Trevor. He owed us a couple of days worth. That's gone in, and Mick from British Grain paid us £1,100 for that. The job, transporting his grain back from Calais. £1,100 for that one trip. I know it took sort of, well, a full day and night into the second day, but I mean, it was easy money, really, wasn't it? There was, it was literally just travelling across well, down to Dover, across over into Calais, and then driving back, and I had no issues driving back whatsoever. So they must be absolutely desperate at the minute. There's obviously a massive shortage of drivers, and there was sort of chaos over in Calais. There was wagons parked up all over, and not just British ones as well, but wagons from the continent just couldn't get over, or didn't have the drivers to get over, which is quite a scary thought, really. But I suppose if we're going to get paid that amount of money, then they can bring them jobs on for me. I mean, if we even if we get them one of them every now and again, it's going to get us out of that tent and into somewhere a bit more permanent. Whether it be one of the flats coming into Lower Cross now. I think I mentioned it before. I was recommended by a friend to look at some of these flats down here, but they were too expensive. I mean, if we're getting jobs like that, then one job will pay a full month's rent, which would be fantastic. So yeah, we'll just keep our ear to the ground for that. I'll keep getting on to. I say I'll keep getting on to Trevor, but I'll put the feelers out with Trevor again, just so that Mick knows we're available. But I'm sure he'll come back to us if he really is that stuck. Then I can't see why he wouldn't. Regarding today's job, I put a load of handwritten sort of advertisements up. There weren't nothing flash, literally just details on a few bits of paper. There's, as you've seen before, well, just losing power there. I don't know why that was. I mean, it should be warm enough by now. We've been on the road a good 20 minutes or so. That seems to be pulling all right again now. So just back to the right, you can see there's the petrol station. Obviously, we've been there before. It's actually where we started from. I started the very first vlog from that petrol station. So I put a advertisement up in there. I put one up in Mrs. Holland's post office. Come shop. There's one gone up in. There's a market just around the corner here. There's been one in there. I've put them all over the place. Put stuff out on social media as well. And I mean, it's took a few days, but we've had a phone call, and the phone call is from a bloke called Mr. Harrison. He has the milk merchants, and he said, although I didn't notice at the time, he said it's just round next to D&G's garage, which is obviously George's place. So we're going to go around there and see if we can get sorted with that. So it should just be round the corner here. You can see D&G are up early. Lights are on already. I'll pull round. We shouldn't be in the way here. I mean, it's only 20 to 7, isn't it? I'll only be a couple of minutes. Right. See if we can find an entrance. That's possibly one there. There's no sign above that one. I'll just have a look around the corner here. No, just the milk tanks. So yeah, it must be this one back here. Right. Let's give this one a knock. So, I mean, you'll see I've been in there half an hour. I spoke to Mr. Harrison. He came and answered the door, and I've been in there just having a cup of coffee with him. He invited us in. He's just said one of his lads has been out and moved the tanker. So we're going to get started. We're going to do that one second, but he wants this one at the front doing first because he's got deliveries to go and do. So we'll get this one done. I expect to be a good sort of hour or so just on the one. We've got inside and outside to do. I always feel the worst when I try to start this, thinking it's not going to start, but it seems to be doing all right so far. We'll get this a little bit closer. It's got its own power source, the sprayer, so the pressure washer. So we'll go and get it sorted. Yeah, that's all hooked up. Get them switched on. And then once I've pulled this out, it should, yep, that activates it there. So we'll get started. So yeah, our very first cleaning job. What I'm able to charge is for a large vehicle, I've advertised £30 per vehicle, which I thought was quite competitive. At first I was thinking of £50 per vehicle, and I still might sort of go up to that, but I think just to get started, I'll keep the £30. We need to get money coming in. I'm not even sure how long sort of this is going to go on for. It might be that we only do this for a few months, and then we're making enough money with the farm work that we don't need to do this. But yeah, I mean, I didn't pay much for the washer, so it won't take long to recoup that. But I think most importantly, to be honest, it's the networking aspect. I think that's going to help a bit more. Just getting people to know who we are, just simply by travelling around, we'll get these, obviously getting the cleaning done. But yeah, just so that people are aware that we're here and available to work, putting our name out there. We'll just finish up this back here and then we'll move the cream around the other side, I think, so we can get the other bit done, the other side done. And then we'll do the inside after that. I mean, this first rinse, it's not proving hard at all, is it? We'll get switched off and we'll get the cream around the other side. Right, we'll just get nice and steady through here. I don't want to be nicking the paintwork. Charging £30 to clean it, but then a couple of £100 to get the paintwork fixed. It's not good business, is it? Right, we'll get the offside clean now. I mean, to be honest, this one wasn't actually that bad. I think when we come onto the farm vehicles, that's when it's going to be, well, if we get anyone asking. But that's when it's going to be a challenge, I think. See what the pressure washer's made of then. But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, I've said to Mr. Harrison that we're available to work for him. Obviously, we've got our HGV license. I'm sure Mick would vouch for us. I mean, he seemed happy enough with the work we did for him, although it was only one job, and obviously Trevor seems more than happy with us. The thing when I'm on about not making this sort of our full-time business as well, is Trevor was saying last night the twins are due to go back to university, and they're the only help that he gets really. Other than that, he's on his own. Yeah, I'm really hoping that we get a bit more work from him. I mean, we're working a lot for him at the minute. It's just the occasional day or sometimes half the day that he doesn't have anything for us. But I mean, if the twins aren't going to be there, then I mean, yeah, hopefully it'll just be a full-time wage we'll start getting, then we'll really see how money's starting to go up. I'll get that roof finished, we'll get this switched off. And what I'll do the inside, but I'll turn the camera off. It's pointless. I think it's going to be tight in there, and I just don't think it's going to work with the camera. So I'll do the inside, and then I don't think I'll record cleaning that one, because I mean, you've seen us do the first one. What's the point in just recording exactly the same for the second one? So that's us done. I said that I wasn't going to record the second one, because like I said, it was pointless. It was just more of the same. We're the first wagon is actually gone. Mr. Harrison's already took it out on his deliveries. So yeah, he left quite a while ago. You've seen it took us a couple of hours to do. Doing the insides took the time really, and then sort of giving it another rinse off. If you look at our online account, he's transferred us the money for the first one, the £30 for the first vehicle, but he was having a bit of an issue with the second one, where it just wasn't allowing him to transfer. So he said he'll get it done at some point today, which I've no doubt he will. I mean, I've got no reason not to trust him. We're going to go back up to Trevor's now. He said just be back sometime before midday, so he's given us sort of the time this morning to get our own work done. So yeah, we'll get up there. I'm certainly not going to record the drive up. It's a waste of time, isn't it? We've just had some massive news from Trevor. absolutely huge, and I'm still struggling to sort of comprehend what he's just offered us. To be honest, I don't know if you could see, but on the back of the Deutz there was a cedar. Um, there, you'll just see the top of it there. Uh, yeah, we've just been and hooked up. I know it was sort of we were a couple of hours from our last recording. By the time I drove up here, and I've just spent quite a bit of time in discussing things with Trevor. Before we get on, I'm not sort of trying to hold you in suspense or anything like that. It's just we need to get the Deutz filled up before we can get on with anything else. So we'll go and get the gate opened up. I don't know if you're aware. I don't think I mentioned it, but this was filled up while we were over in France. It was finally done. So we'll hop out and get it done. Right, we're full of fuel. We'll get backed out. Just watch these cows. And we'll get this gate closed. And now I can finally get on with telling you what I need to tell you. Just make sure that's locked. So, if you look at our online banking, we now have less than £200 left. That is because when we got here, and I didn't know this was going to happen, he never mentioned it last night. Trevor has just offered us this field round on the left, behind these sheds, the one that we was our very first job where we put manure down for him. I can't remember. He's basically offered us to lease this field for the year, for the rest of the year, so we can do what we want with it. And he's just check the cedar. Yep, absolutely fine. Right, we'll get lowered, and switched on. So yeah, he said for £2,000 we can have the field for the rest of the year, plant what we want in it. It's our field. So I mean, this afternoon, obviously, I'm not working for Trevor this afternoon. This is for me, so I won't be getting paid for this work this afternoon. So yeah, this is our own crop that we're planting now. I think he's just what he said to us was, with him leasing that massive field up at Malthouse Farm from Miss Aintree, he didn't need the worry for this smaller field. I mean, this is his smallest field, I think. Well, certainly smallest arable field. And he just didn't want to concern himself with it. He's got enough work on himself, he was saying. So he just thought, sort of, two birds, one stone. He'll make the money, what I've already transferred him, the leasing money for the field. We've come to an arrangement with the equipment as well, where for a small fee, I'm going to be able to use his equipment for every aspect of it. Obviously, we'll be paying him, so he'll be making money off that as well. But then we'll have his equipment to use. I was absolutely blown away when he mentioned it. I couldn't believe it. What I think I'll do is, if I get to the end of here, I'll send the drone up, because I've managed to work out how to sort of speed up the footage when I come to edit these vlogs. So we'll jump out and we'll get the drone up. There we go. And back in and see if we can get it sorted. It's at the front at the minute. Change camera. There we go. Just at the front. We'll get span round. There we go. Oh, tree. I really am going to damage this at some point. Right, let's get started again. I think drone's in a decent position now, isn't it? Yeah, what Trevor said is because a lot of people, from the advice from Mick, a lot of people are doing barley in the area. So he suggested that we go with wheat just for ease, basically. Um, we'll get the crop, we'll get the straw, and we should be able to make a decent amount of money off it. Obviously, Trevor's happy, he's getting the leasing money coming in. We're happy, we're getting the crop at the end of it. Right, I'm going to stop doing the commentary now, and hopefully, if I can get it right, there'll be the footage will be sped up when it comes to editing. If not, it might just be a couple of hours worth of you looking at the top of this tractor. But we'll see if we can get it sorted. We're back soon. Okay, so we're back in cab. I'm just gonna do once round the headland. Just there's bits that we've missed just where we haven't been able to turn properly. I hope when I come to edit the vlog that I've figured out how to put that sped up footage into the vlog. If not, like I said, it might just be a very long watch in real time. But I don't think it will be. I think I'll be able to speed it up, and I'm sure you can add music to it as well, so I'll get that done. But yeah, I mean, what a day it's ended up being. We do our first job, clean the vehicles, so our own, well, you can call it a business, can't you? And then we get the opportunity to lease this field for the year. Yeah, it's been a fantastic day. I'm just getting back around to the end now. But on that, we're going to leave it here. I don't know what else Trevor's got for us for the rest of the day, if anything. You might just be expecting that I've been working on this for the rest of the afternoon, which I still might be yet. I'm sure there's odd little things I can do on it. So thanks a lot for joining us with my farming life, and I'll hope to see you again in the next vlog.